weekend with what should be a great one between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now here's a carry heading left. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second and 13. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants will strike first here in this wild card matchup. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down and 3. Off play action. Porter. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
at the 39-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's 7, Saints nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Porter. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Porter. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
53 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll swing this out to Tony. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Porter. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Down to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. That's out quickly to Shenault.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown! Laviska Shenault, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
He's going to air one out.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Porter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Saints 21, Giants 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Porter. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st down, Porter. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Azeez Ojulari.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun, Porter.
That's going to be caught. It's Shenault.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw. Porter. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Well, I've never seen this one. It's 2nd down, and the punt team is out there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
First down, New York.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Porter. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Porter. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And the Giants, 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Porter. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives Coach.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Off the play fake. Porter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long.